Whenever you guys are ready, can you talk through what you put together?
Okay.
Oh. Okay. So basically, this is going to be a Pong game. To start it, we have to well, first we have to make sure the two Picos are connected, and then we type in play, and that will
They
start
connect
the game.
automatically when they boot up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So then once that starts, it automatically connects. And then, oh wait, I have it upside down.
Okay, so there's Pong appearing over here. And there's Pong appearing over here.
And the Picos themselves aren't connected by like any physical connection.
Right, so can you explain how these two Picos are talking to one another?
So they're connected via UDP, using they're just connecting. They're just transmitting like just integers to each other via packets. Just a very simple protocol, but it works pretty good. They're really close together right now because there's a lot of noise in the room. Normally they would probably have a range about 5 meters if you wanted to play with 2 people, but right now it's pretty bad because of the room how noisy this room is.
So am I correct that one's behaving as an access point?
Yeah, one is an access point, and then basically, so we turn on this one. It'll turn on. It'll set up the game. This second one, when it's turned on, it will try to connect to the access point. Once it's connected to the access point, it shows up the scores on the screen, and we're basically ready to go. We can hit play via serial on the host. The host is the one that runs. Is the one that runs the whole game. So everything on the game is run on that one, and all the client does is send the paddle information to the host.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because this is a slightly noisy environment, these two are close together, but in principle they could be separated by whatever range that access point client.
Unfortunately, the Picos have really limited support for like antennas, I believe. So if we had a bigger antenna, or it could have some sort of powered antenna, it would work pretty good.
Sure.
But yeah, but they do kind of have to touch, otherwise we'll get drop packets. In better environments, I've gotten them farther away.
Okay. Can you talk to us, and then the control interface to the game that you each are holding, what are these?
These are just the IMUs that we use for Lab 3. And then it's basically like the same code, except like these, like tilting it up and down controls the velocity of your paddle. So
Okay.
if you tilt it down, then it'll move down. And if you tilt it really far down, then it goes a lot faster down.
It controls the velocity, though, not the position.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So you're doing velocity control of the paddle with the IMU.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's why the control scheme is a little bit. Why the gameplay looks a little bit different than regular Pong is because of the control scheme.
Makes it a little harder.
Yeah.
It's a little more challenging. And I noticed also that there's a sound effect.
Yes.
So that sound effect is transferred. I'm sure earlier you saw it. Basically, it just sends a one frequency through the DAC that's on the board
Uh-huh.
over there, just to the port. We do send the audio information, like which sound to play, over the network connection.
Okay.
So if they're across the room, if we had like some sort of antenna setup, that like a repeater of some kind, we could get that to work across the room. But since they're so close, there's not much point in like setting up 2 speakers.
Sure.
Just piss everybody off in the room. But it does play off the other one as well.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I understand here. So one of the Picos is implementing the game logic,
Yeah.
correct? And it is. Can you just remind me once more? What is the information that sort of Pico A is sending to Pico B, and then what's the information that Pico B sends to Pico A?
So this one sends like all the locations of the paddle 1 and the ball and the like score numbers to
Okay.
that one, and that one just sends the location of paddle 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. And so additionally, of course, then there's another flag that says what audio are we playing right now. It basically just sets a flag, and the other one does what it wants with the audio. But they have the same audio code. It's just on one the flag is set by a game state,
Uh-huh.
and the other one the flag is set by the signal.
Okay.
From the other Pico.
And are you synthesizing the audio in an interrupt service routine, or is that a sound effect that you've stored in memory?
It's basically just a sign lookup table, and it just, depending on what happens in the game, whether or not it's going out of bounds or not, it just reads the sign lookup table at a constant rate, like depending on whether it's playing a higher pitch or lower pitch sound.
Okay. Very cool. I want to get a view of these two things up from up top. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you both.